unable to connect to the server change your settings and try again. Let's just copy this up here, paste it right there, just change it from a 0 to a 1. And this is return at error. So this is for when any of these statements is true, it'll return this error, or if it's unable to connect to the server or port. And if do a sleep TCP send server read it reads your user and sends it. We set state at SV. Why am I saying V? I mean W. Thinking German, whatever. Oh. So we want to hide the client when set on top. Copy that. SW show our GUI, the history GUI, and set that on top and function. Next, let's create the exit, because that's always important. You know what? Instead of opening this every time and having to enter all your not credentials, but address, port, and username back in, it's called IP ADDR. I'm not going to change all of those. I'm just going to change this to IP. Okay. Where was I? Let's create a quick file and call this settings. Open it, whatever. Save as settings.ini. Save that. Alright. Ini write settings.ini under the category settings we'll have IP, which will be that. Okay. This keeps us quick. IP, port, and username, then it should exit and that function. Alright, no problem. We can then scroll up here and see any read yeah, drifting off here. Setting, did I call it setting or settings? Settings. Duh. Okay, it'll read IP. Port. Username. Alright. Okay, we've got that. For demonstration, we can just create settings. Oh, we have IP, we have port, we have username equals IP. We will use 192.168.1.6. I think that's my PC. And port, it can literally be whatever you like. We got Internet Protocol port. Just use whatever you feel like. If you have no idea, you can also just go online and check up ports, and it'll give you a list of all of those and what is. Yeah. So we're just gonna do 3 whatever. Let's just do 70, and our username will be Trickkista. I wrote that wrong. Save this. Alright, let's start our script. And we have an error. Incorrect number of parameters in called function any read. Alright, because I actually forgot. Let me just quickly see. Any read, what am I missing? File name, section key, default. Alright. As a default, we want at IP address 1 for port, nothing, username, nothing. Well, as a designated port, we can just use 80. Okay. There we go. If we try to connect, nothing will happen, of course, because we do not have our server up and running yet. So let's go and do that. Okay, just to give you a heads up, the server part is a bit more difficult and lengthy, so at some parts I will just type it up first off and then go over everything. For the most part, I'll just go through and type and explain while I'm doing that. So first off, let's create another GUI, but we can just copy this one actually. So let's copy that, and I just see a small error like that. Okay. Let's just rename some of the stuff. Server. We do not need, let's see, where is it? Username. We do not need that. We have a connect button. You know what? Let's actually edit this a bit. We don't need this. We have a connect. Have the connect button here. And this one is disconnect button. And this is disconnect. Or actually, let's just call it stop. So, just like that. Okay, let's rename some of these things. So we have IP and we have port. We do not need this any. Port will be the default 70, and this will be at IP address 1. Alright. Something else. On event, I've done start, and on event for the stop button, we have the function stop. Next, let's get our include files. We won't be needing the MISC for this one. Just copy these. Put them here. Okay, so there were a few more includes. One is file and the other is string. So let's create a few variables. Global max equals, let's say, 10 users. That's a fair amount. You can increase this. Whoops. Socket is max plus 1. User is max 1. Admin password equals whatever you want. In this case, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And connected is 0. For this, let's add opt GUI on event. Should put that in these. Okay. Now for k equals 1, 2 to max, socket -1 and user -1. Next. Alright. Okay, let's move on. Create a while one loop, or while loop, whatever. Then if connected is smaller than max, then accept equals TCP, no, not send, accept server, check the band list for socket get IP, which we'll have created in a second. We'll get to all the different functions. Except, I wrote that wrong. timer equals timer hello do loop uh, 1 million. Yeah, we had said 1 million. Until receive it's nothing. Oops, nothing or greater than or equal to 500. Alright.